Hi guys, good afternoon. Before I go over your assignment, let me cover a few things. One, I've noticed some of you are only taking the quizzes and not completing the discussions. I can promise you that if you do that, you will not pass the course. You do need to complete the discussions. Also, some of you are not responding to your classmates. You need to respond to at least 2 classmates for full credit. If you do half the work, you get half the credit. So if you do want the 10 points, you need to post your own response and then post 2 comments to 2 of your classmates. What else? What else? Okay, that being said, let me quickly review the guidelines for your first writing assignment. Um, the assignment is worth 100 points, guys, so you do need to do this, okay, if you want to pass the course. Not doing this assignment will damage your grade a lot. You can go from a B to a C or even a D. So you will be conducting an interview of a married couple. Now, the couple has to have been married for at least 5 years, okay? It could also be a couple that has been living together and has kids. They don't have to be legally married, but they've been living together for 5 years and they already have kids. It could also be a couple that is divorced. They're no longer a couple, but you do need to interview both parties. So if they are divorced, you do need to reach out to both and interview both. This can be any family members, it could be friends, neighbors, anybody, but it cannot be yourself. So you do need to find someone else. Now, there are certain things that you want to consider during the interview, such as their definition of marriage, their history of the relationship. Were they dating? Did they just get married right away? Were they friends? Their struggles that they've had before they were married and now that they're married. Or if they are divorced, what led to the divorce. Lessons from being married, and of course, any advice that they might have for someone who's planning to get married. Now, you do need to include your interview questions and then include your reflection paper. The interview questions don't count as part of the length for your reflection paper, which should be 2 to 3 pages. The format for the paper should be double-spaced, 1-inch margins, 12-size font, and of course, Times New Roman font. Now, when you include the questions, you want to post only the questions. I don't want you to give me the question and the answer, because you're already doing this in the reflection paper itself. So the interview questions should be simply the questions that you asked both parties. In the guidelines that I will provide for you, I also included a rubric so that you know what you're being graded on and how many points each section is worth. So I'm grading you on format, organization and writing, application of reading concepts, and of course that you included the interview questions. I also included an interview sample questions section for you, and I even included questions that you can use to get you started. But that way you see how I want your questions to look when you do turn them in, and you also have an idea what you can ask. Another thing that you can do is go through the sections that you've already read and pick up topics, okay? And from those topics, develop questions. It will be a lot easier for you to make the connection when you're writing your reflection paper, as opposed to you just writing the questions and then going back to try and make the connection. What else? And I think that covers it all. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. If not, send me a text message. But please, 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 please reach out if you're confused or you're not sure what to do. Good luck.